There is something unusual about Mount Rushmore. Unlike most sculptures which look painstakingly crafted, Mount Rushmore almost seems like it formed out of the mountain naturally, and not by the work of a great sculptor. The reality is, Mount Rushmore is not only a work of art, but an engineering masterpiece. Despite having zero artistic experience, an enormous team of gold miners managed to bring these giant heads into existence using jackhammers, dynamite, and some clever engineering. We modeled the entire thing to show you how they mapped the design onto the mountain using ancient Greek technology, and how all of this was done without losing a single man. But in order to understand why Mount Rushmore exists in the first place, we need to go back in time. In the early 1920s, the state of South Dakota was just a few decades old, and it was struggling to get its foot in the door. State historian Doane Robinson saw how tourists from all over the country had been flocking to a new sculpture in the state of Georgia, and this gave him an idea. He reached out to the sculptor Gutzon Borglum and asked if he'd like to make an enormous sculpture of America's Wild West heroes. Borglum was excited by the idea, but thought that more national figures, like presidents, would draw more attention. And so, in the summer of 1925, he traveled to South Dakota and came across Mount Rushmore, a 500-foot-tall cliff edge made from fine-grained granite. He knew that this would be the perfect blank canvas for his project. With the mountain secured, he started studying photographs of the presidents and put together a 1:12 scale model. Now he had to figure out how he was actually going to make the real thing. At the time, Mount Rushmore had nothing. No roads, no electricity, and no way for workers to even climb the mountain. And so, in the summer of 1927,